For nearly 40 years, two nations in the South Caucasus, Armenia and Azerbaijan, were locked in a bitter struggle. A war over land, identity and history left tens of thousands dead and generations scarred. But on August 9, 2025, a handshake in the White House signaled something few thought possible, a peace agreement that could reshape the region's future and global geopolitics. The conflict's roots trace back to the waning days of the Soviet Union. Nagorno-Karabakh, a mountainous region internationally recognized as part of Azerbaijan, had a majority Armenian population. As the USSR collapsed, ethnic tensions exploded into full-scale war in the early 1990s. Armenia emerged with control of the region, but peace remained fragile. Sporadic violence erupted over the decades, most dramatically in the 2020 war, and again in 2023 when Azerbaijan regained full control of Karabakh. For decades, attempts at reconciliation, from Moscow, the European Union and the OSCE, failed to bring lasting peace. Russia, once the key power broker in the Caucasus, saw its influence fade rapidly after its invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Armenia, feeling abandoned by its traditional ally, began looking west. Meanwhile, Azerbaijan, buoyed by oil wealth and its 2023 military victory, sought new economic opportunities and greater regional connectivity, particularly to Turkey and Europe. But there was one major obstacle: a 20-mile strip of Armenian territory separating Azerbaijan from its Nakhchivan exclave. In early 2025, the United States stepped in. Behind closed doors, American envoy Steve Witkoff shuttled between Baku and Yerevan. The U.S. offered something neither side could ignore: security guarantees, economic investment, and a path to deeper global integration. On August 9, 2025, the leaders of Armenia and Azerbaijan stood side by side at the White House. Flanking President Donald Trump, they signed an agreement reopening trade routes, establishing a transit corridor, the so-called Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity, and pledging to normalize relations. The Trump route will connect Azerbaijan directly to Nakhchivan, Turkey, and eventually Europe. Alongside a new rail line, oil and gas pipelines and fiber optic cables, it promises to transform the South Caucasus into a vital east-west trade hub. For Armenia, the deal opens new economic lifelines and reduces dependence on costly routes through Georgia or Iran. For the United States, it's a strategic win, expanding influence in a region where Russia's grip has weakened. Yet peace remains fragile. Decades of mistrust cannot vanish overnight. Questions linger over sovereignty, security, and the treatment of displaced populations. Civil society leaders on both sides stress that a treaty on paper must translate into trust on the ground. And as history shows, the path from war to reconciliation is rarely straight. From the trenches of Nagorno-Karabakh to the chandelier-lit halls of the White House, Armenia and Azerbaijan's journey has been long, bloody, and uncertain. But with this agreement, they step into a new chapter, one where the South Caucasus may finally trade the sound of gunfire for the hum of trains and the buzz of commerce. The question now is simple: will the promise of peace hold?